So thank God we made it through another week to kick off the Friday show. Let's go ahead and start right here. As ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we got Yeezys hitting retail stores once again as this image surfaced last night, making its rounds, which reads Yeezy 322 online, select styles, select stores. Now, of course, this comes from Shoe Palace, which is a well-known retailer, several locations located across the country. They posted this to their official Instagram account, and it's also noteworthy to mention that the comment section for this particular post was bombarded with all of those like fake Yeezy comments. So it looks like the boycott / protest is still in full effect, so much that I want to say Shoe Palace may have possibly like deleted this post, due to all of the negative comments. So it looks like they have a online drop as well as in-store release. Now, as far as the online drop, it went down this morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I figured at the very least, it would be interesting to at least monitor how things go down. So 10 a.m. drop. Now, I'm assuming the inventory must have been very low because surprisingly, these joints sold out pretty quickly. So as far as the styles, I would say nothing to get too excited for. It looks like this is a lot of leftover inventory from some of the previous Yeezy drops. So you had various 350 colorways from the MX Salt to the 350 V2 Compact Slate Onyx. You also had the static pair in there as well. So as I mentioned, nothing to get too excited for. I mean, they're not bad shoes, but it's just that a lot of these pairs already dropped. I want to say you can cop a lot of these joints under retail on the secondary market. And on top of that, they're charging full price for these releases. So no telling what to expect from the in-store releases. If any of you watching right now, have any information on that, I feel like that would be very helpful to let us know in the comment section down below. It's also important to note that it looks like other retailers are adding Yeezy inventory to their websites today. So one of you guys sent me this from Foot Patrol, which is an international website. It looks like on top of some of the styles that we see from the Shoe Palace drop, we also have some older select styles, which is kind of cool to see some of these past models that released in the past. And on top of that, what's even cooler is it looks like they are discounting some of these pairs as well, which I'm not mad at all. So it'll be interesting to see, what to expect as far as Yeezy releases. We know right now on the confirmed app, no new pairs have been added. We are expecting releases to resume for the remainder of March, as Adidas did mention via their official press release. But it'll be interesting to see if come next week, they add any additional pairs. And with all of the pairs sitting right now on the confirmed app, will Adidas eventually start to discount these pairs? Or who knows, maybe they'll start to, ship all of the unsold inventory to some of their retail partners, and maybe they will eventually discount them. But it's going to be interesting to see how this whole situation plays out. And I feel like coming up next week, a lot of those questions will be answered. And if this is how Yeezys is going out, I gotta say this is a very underwhelming way, for an end of an amazing, incredible era from the Adidas Yeezy partnership. And for Nike releases in honor of Air Max Day, which is right around the corner, Nike hit us with the Air Max 1 86 Royal Blue. Now, the big story behind this release is the big bubble, which is true to the original form. Now, they did actually have to decrease the size of the air bubble, I guess, due to technical limitations at one point, but now the big bubble is back. I could care less, but apparently the people are most definitely rocking with these. Now, this was a women's exclusive drop, but they did drop in extended sizes, $150, and it looks like most of the bigger sizes are sold out, and apparently they did make a good amount of these. So I would look at this as a big W for Nike, and then of course Air Max Day is right around the corner. And then tomorrow we got a good retro release making a comeback in the Air Jordan 9 Powder Blue, which will be hitting the sneakers app 10 a.m. Eastern sharp, 210, as well as other select retailers. Now, of course, this is a good OG colorway. Now, I would say the Jordan 9 is kind of an interesting model as far as like the Jordan, lineage. I would say doesn't get as much love, not talked about as much as some of the other Jordan models. So I could only imagine, what people thought about this release back in the day when they originally debuted, like especially coming off like the 8. So for me personally, my memories of the Jordan 9 as a kid were MJ rocking them in Space Jam, as well as, interestingly enough, actually Martin rocking these back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see how this release goes down tomorrow. Of course, this is a good OG, a play on MJ's alma mater over at North Carolina. These joints will be dropping for $210. And if you think back to a couple of years ago, people used to ask the question, would you pay resale for a particular release, but now I would say in 2024, people are asking like, would you actually pay retail? As I think people are being a lot more selective on the pairs that they go for, and maybe hoping, you know, that a lot of these pairs eventually will go on sale for a discount. And then I also noticed this release, which popped up when I was looking at the Shoe Palace Yeezy releases, but it looks like Nike Jordan Brand went ahead and actually dropped the 2-3, which is kind of like a hybrid mashup. The upper, as y'all see, would be the Jordan 2 low, and then you have the sole of the Jordan 3. So I found it interesting that they didn't decide to like do a big hyped up sneakers release. Instead, they just kind of like silently released these to retailers, and apparently some sizes are selling out via select sites. These joints are retailing at $160. And as far as like Jordan hybrids, I would say back in the day we used to get a lot of like nasty, you know, mashups, but as far as this release, I would say they're not too bad, taking, you know, two good elements and combining them together. And I feel like you have a recipe for a pretty decent looking Jordan release. And I like the fact that they didn't try to like overhype the release and kind of let this joint just do what it do, release organically, and let the people decide if they like them or not. So you got the Jordan 2-3 dropped kind of silently via Shoe Palace as well as other sites for $160. And lastly, I want to talk about this clip that's been going viral. We got Unc right here, probably chilling, minding his business on a Friday night, grabbing some takeout fast food, only for him to get roasted by some female who wasn't feeling his outfit. Now, on feet, Unc, he got a good clean pair of New Balance 574s. You got the good clean matching polo right here with a pair of jeans on, looking like he came straight out of 2002. So apparently the ladies weren't feeling the fit, but in Unc's defense, I gotta say, you know, he's most definitely being true to himself. And while this may not be like the most trendy look, you know, he doesn't look like he's in a Playboy Cardi music video or anything like that. You know, you gotta respect the fact that he's being comfortable, true to himself. And this is a look that, you know, while it may not be for everybody, somebody out there is gonna love it. And apparently Joe Freshgoods happened to be that person, as he tweeted, "I need Unc's info ASAP." They tripping. So it looks like Unc could potentially be the next face of an upcoming Joe Freshgoods campaign. Who knows? But let me know down below, are you guys feeling the fit? And matter of fact, let me know what you guys think about all of the topics here today. Are you guys rocking with those Jordan 9s? Did you cop the Air Maxes today? And what do you think about Yeezys making a return to store? And do you feel like eventually them joints are gonna go on sale? What will Adidas do? And is next week the end of an era? So if you enjoyed today's video, help out the channel by dropping a thumbs up. I'm J.A. Make sure you guys enjoy your weekend. We got that new Future Metro Boomin album to take listen to. So 2024 has been a great year for music. So most definitely stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.